What's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's so great to see each and every one of you watch me cook some food. In this recipe I'm going to show you how Italian I am. I in fact am mixed, so I do have a little bit of Italian, whether it be 0.1% to maybe 1%, but no one needs to know that. All you need to know is how valid I am at making Italian recipes. If you guys don't believe me, I bet this seals the deal. You have to believe me after this. I just don't see why you wouldn't. Who needs a DNA test? I got one of these. Today we're gonna be making some stuffed shells. In the weekend I made some pizza. I got a whole lot of red sauce just left over, and I need to use it, otherwise it's going to waste. If you don't know what stuffed shells are, I'm gonna be using pasta that looks like conch shells. It's actually called conchiglione. So that's hilarious and delicious. The filling is gonna be like a hardcore cheesy egg herb mixture. I've made this probably like 3 times already, and it's so delicious every single time. It's a real mean family meal. Everyone can just gather around. I was supposed to have all the roast chicken, but I absolutely thrashed that for lunch. So just a nice little vegetarian vibe today. But that's alright, we'll get straight into the recipe. Conchiglione. So I gotta cook this 14 minutes. I'll be doing the whole bag just because why not? I'll give you a little close-up to see what it'll look like. All of these ribbons offer just the beautiful little divots to catch the sauce, and then this side is to fill. High quality pasta is expensive but worth it. I love using these kinds of pasta. You know, it looks different, it looks a little bit more white, a little bit more dusty, because it offers more, it's like meat, you know, like it's not meat but way more of a meatier texture. As well as the pasta water that comes out of this, you can actually use it and it's valid. It's real valid. Not too bad for some dry pasta. So we're gonna get this straight into some salted boiling water. All of it goes in, and we're cooking this package instructions, so that's 14 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go 13. Always doing 1 minute less. I always like doing that. And the trick when you're cooking any kind of pasta, for that first, I'll say 30 seconds, you just want to make sure everything's submerged and stir. And that's just so nothing gets stuck on the bottom of the pot. You don't need to worry about it for the next 13 minutes. 12 minutes in my case. While our pasta's cooking, we're going to get into the filling, which is a whole tub of ricotta. How much is this? 500 grams? 500 grams of ricotta. And we're just chucking the whole tub. If you haven't had ricotta before, it's just like a smooth, creamy cheese. Very soft in flavor. Ricotta's so delicious, you can just eat it straight out. And don't waste it, because this stuff is real good. Man, so smooth. Creamy. It's like soft, but it offers like that cheese taste. Bros, I forgot to do some prep, so you guys are watching my side quest. The easy way to separate your parsley from the leaves and the stem, just break it. All of the leaves at the bottom. Who cares? Who cares? Honestly, who cares? It doesn't make that much of a difference. When I used to be a junior chef, my first job I used to come into shift on Friday at like 3 PM, right? For the first hour of my shift was just chopping parsley. How shit is that? Come to work, you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be okay. Relieve whoever for break. And I had about 2 massive bags, like, I shit you not, hold on. Big bags like this, but 2 of them that are full. Just chopping parsley. And you know, the days where you just could not be bothered, it gets to like 4:30 and people start rolling in. Then they start hurrying me up. Oi, hurry up. So shut up. You weren't the one chopping parsley. One of the worst jobs I've been assigned ever, right? So shit, it's so shit. Wash your herbs. Once it's washed, bundle it up. Get a nice tight ball. And we're just gonna run the knife through. And that's essentially what we do until it gets thin enough for however you like it. If you have a nice long knife, something super long, you just run through your knife. Go back and forth, back and forth. After about 30 seconds of chopping, you can see our parsley is quite thin. It's not super big, it won't get stuck in your teeth or anything like that. If you want a finer, feel free, but I'm not gonna spend the whole day chopping parsley. Be my guest. 30 seconds, all you need. Activate the turbo. Look, this is the turbo. Knife, hand, and you just wanna run through. There's about maybe 2 handfuls of parsley in our recipe. I've got 2 handfuls of parsley. I've got half a lemon to brighten it up. And I just want to emphasize that lemon and ricotta are best friends. Egg 1, egg 2. Salt. Pepper. Got a basil plant here. These are beautiful to have in your house. Didn't use any when I made pizzas, so I'm going to use it in this recipe today. Oh, don't pull it out of the root. A handful of washed chopped basil. If that's too much for you, close your eyes. Just go in with a wooden spoon and mix it around. Okay. This recipe, if you couldn't tell, is not traditional, so I'm going to go in with a handful of Italian tears. Next cheese is however much Parmesan you want. And no, this is not Parmigiano Reggiano. That stuff is like $150 a kg. So we're using the dupe. New Zealand full of dupe cheeses, but that's okay. It's actually more than okay. These extra cheeses gonna make it stringy. Parmesan's gonna offer some umami, and it's gonna thicken the mixture up a bit. It's gonna thicken it up a lot actually, so it doesn't leak. Mix, mix, mix. And our mixture is done. Woohoo! It's me. And now to finish it off, I've got this beautiful extra virgin olive oil. Luigi Leo is an olive oil from Italy. Very expensive and very potent and delicious. It's actually next level. Adding about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Color, contrast and flavor, that's what it's gonna add. Over in New Zealand it's called specialty olive oils, but from Italy itself, the fragrance is something else, like the taste, it makes me, I understand how they would just have olive oil and a little bit of la 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 for dinner, you know, or a snack, you know, they'll live off that. Homemade bread, olive oil, because it's actually like next level. It truly smells like a fruit olive oil. It sounds so trippy, but if you're into cooking or you're a foodie watching this content, I would heavily recommend to go to your local your local Italian grocer, pick up one of their specialty olive oils. This one, Luigi, was like 22 for the liter, which is out of this world ridiculous, right? When I can get a liter at the supermarket for like $9. But super high quality, and if you're into food, you're going to be spending a lot of your money on ingredients and just busting it out. It's pretty trippy because it's super delicious. You see how it's like thick and ploppy? Done. Rinse. I've got a massive tray here. Usually I make like 2 trays and have them nice and flat. A little bit of olive oil on the bottom. This one's from the supermarket in New Zealand. This is like one that you'll typically get. It's nowhere near in quality as the other one. But in saying that, this is not bad. This is not bad. It just highlights how crazy Italian olive oil is. Alright, not being exclusive, anything like that. My recipe's inclusive and everyone can kiss and have fun after they eaten their food. The bottom gets like a nice drizzle. Alright, if you're sleeping my recipes, didn't watch the other one, I use this exact same technique. If you got anything to spread on the bottom, use what you're working with. You don't use a paper towel, anything like that. This is the sauce that I made. I made about 5 liters of pizza sauce. It's so good. Super fruity, aromatic, a little bit sweet, tomatoey. It's actually beautiful. So we're gonna layer it now. We're gonna go sauce on the bottom. Now's the time we start filling our conch. Open the lip. Half a tablespoon of filling. And that goes right in. And that's enough to fill it up. I'll say the longest part of this is this process right here. This is where the Nonnas, they completely just annihilate me because they've been doing this for years and years and years. Decades actually. Your boy just does this when he feels like it. But I ain't got shit on the Nonnas. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They are the true cooking goats. And you know, for me, that little half tablespoon is just enough. Push it over and it's filled perfectly. And this process does get a little bit lonely. Put on some music. If you have more hands to do this part of the process, you get to eat quicker. And you know, if you got any ripped ones, bro, don't need to fret. Fill them, chuck them in. Oh, all my shells are filled. That was one of the most tedious processes of my life. And you know, the thought that was consistently running through my mind when I was doing this process. Shout out to the Nonnas, man. They ran on the love of their family, completing their task for the love of their family. I thought about that and immediately I would have just given up. They're gonna mind to steal away. I'm thinking about my family. I'm like, nah, what the hell? I don't have enough sauce on the bottom. So I'm just going through resourcing the bottom up. Because you want to have a decent amount of sauce on the bottom. And I still have heaps of this sauce. So I'm just going in. So I'm doing half the tray at a time and then re-putting everything back in. If you're making this for your family, I would heavily recommend you get some help filling the shells. If you have kids, use them, free labor. If you're doing it by yourself, I wish you all the best. Check on some tunes. This is how the stuffed shells are looking. Nice and beautiful, stuffed, delicious. A lot of sauce on the bottom. A little bit of sauce left. And then we're just going shells, splatters of sauce on the bottom. Got some grated mozzarella, and be generous. Sprinkle that all over. It's gonna make it stringy, delicious, a little bit more cohesive. Any Italians in here? Let me know if this is if you consider this a main dish or a side dish, because this will be a pretty perfect side. Not gonna lie. Just like that. We're going into the oven. My oven's preheated, 190 Celsius. This is getting cooked covered for 30 minutes. We've still got about 20 minutes left in our cook, so I'll take you guys outside. I think it's like 5:30 now. I swear to you, this never gets old. The last 5 nights, roughly, has been pure clear skies and the stars, man. It never gets old looking at the stars. The frost is a bit of a killer when you wake up, but this is my hot take for the video. I think winter nights are better than summer nights. Like, the cool crispiness of the air just makes it more real, you know? It just makes life way more real. The late or the early sunsets, it's pretty cool too. Like, I don't complain about that. I actually enjoy it. It looks like there's a boat out there, a pretty big boat. I don't know. Yeah, like I was saying, what was I saying? Early sunsets. The early sunsets, yeah, nice. You can get cozied up real quick. Just relax. When you go out nighttime, daytime, it's a little bit crispy. It's actually very crispy, especially in Wellington. You get that straight, all that wind straight from the ocean. Not just this ocean. I'm talking about the Cook Strait. It's definitely winter now. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock. I could still see my breath when I breathed out. In the morning. Apparently it's supposed to be a mild winter this season, but I don't know about that. I've already had a couple, it's not an ice bath, ocean dips. I've already had a couple ocean dips this month, and that shocks you, that wakes you up. It's pretty mean. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it every single week, but just on the weeks where mentally I'm being a douchebag to myself. Bro, there's another plane? That's trippy, they look like a long ass plane. They look like a bomber. And it's definitely coming from Australia or something like that, but it's all good. Super chill tonight, eh? Super chill. I'm actually surprised how good the weather's been too over the last week. Something's fishy. Nah, it's not. I'm waiting for my fucking pasta and I'm bored. Alright, 30 minutes is up. Oh, straight away, all that steam. Hold on. You guys can see? Yeah, you can. Alright, we're taking the foil off. Already. It looks like that. Now we're chucking this back. Okay, be careful. We're chucking this back into the oven to grill until the top is crispy. So when you're grilling, guys, it's all about using your eyes. Oh. Wipe you off so you can see. A Look at that. Real authentic Italian shit. Guys, I'm not lying to you when I say I'm authentically Italian. I've got this to prove it. If you don't want to believe me with this, there's no way you're not going to believe me with that. Oh yeah, smells so good. Oh, delicious. You can see it's the sauce as well as the mozzarella cheese that's caramelized nicely. Give us some nice leoparding. The filling inside is it's not water wet, runny. You know, still got your internal structure. All of the shells are still perfecto. And my mouth is watering already. But one thing we need to do is just give it 5 minutes to chill out. That's it. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Definitely cannot wait 5 minutes, so we're just gonna go for one right now. A valid cheese pull. Just have a look at the inner filling. No watery business, thickened up, delicious, herbaceous. And it's always nice having sauce on the bottom so you can just sauce it up however saucy you like it. Oh, what the I don't know, this one, I think this one instantly made me angry, whereas like the duck recipe video, I had a bit of everything and then it didn't really feel real. This off the bat just doesn't feel real. Whole thing's vegetarian too, and I mean that's pretty impressive, because usually it's the protein that's the standout, but the fat, the carbs, the meaty pasta. No. This is too good. This is real good. And cooking 1 minute before package instructions really helped a ton. It allowed us to still have a lot of that texture within the pasta. Like, yeah, it's going in the oven for 30 minutes and then another 5-ish when it grills. That's killer. Pasta texture on point. Ricotta mixture, beautiful. Sauce, crack. I didn't skimp on the calories on the pizza sauce. If you're doing this at home, just a normal tomato sauce, onion, garlic, a little bit of olive oil should do you just right. While I chow down, this is a tribute to all the nonnas out there. Big ups to you guys making killer meals like this. This is straight love in a tray, 100%. Whoever you love, make this meal for them. They will understand how much you love them when they chow down on one of these shells. There's a little bit of crispy action happening on the sides here. Stuffed shells OP, bro. Stuffed shells really OP. Show this recipe to your nonna if they approve or not. There's been, in my 2 years of cooking food related content, there's been a lot of, not nonnas, there's been a lot of nonnas' granddaughters trying to tell me, that's not it, it's not for you to say. You can't make it. Your grandmama makes it. So you need to shh. Shout out to my grandmothers in South Africa. If you guys pull up, I'll be making you this meal. You're gonna keep smashing it if I'm on camera. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment below anything you want me to cook up next. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one.